You are going to have such a beautiful experience, my gorgeous Erini, when it comes to the month of July 2024. This beautiful experience is not only going to shake you up, but it's also at the same time going to remind you so much of what you want to do, how you want your life to be, and the fact that you are indeed having numbers 2744. This in itself means that by the end of this month of July, my gorgeous Erini, you most certainly are going to be able to make this life-changing decision. Honestly, and all what you need to do right now, you need to be as open-minded when it comes to the month of July. As you can be. You need to be as open-minded as you can be. Trust me, because there are certain problems and certain issues which are going to come to an end. But when it comes to these problems and when it comes to these issues, maybe things are going to seem worse than they actually are. So it's going to be required from you to make a certain moves which are gonna pretty much so seem like rather risky. But my gorgeous Erini, seriously, it is now or never. You need to make the most of it. Indeed, that this is the seventh month this year, which means that this month is going to be filled with all sorts of indications and all sorts of signs. And I strongly suggest you to follow them, because each sign and each like kind of synchronicity that you become aware of, it's going to lead towards like a very important path you really need to follow, you need to pay attention to at this stage of your life. No matter what's going on, no matter what's happening, this is exactly what you need to do. So, my gorgeous Erini, when it comes to the very first date this month, it is going to be the 8th of July. On the 8th of July, listen to me very carefully. You are going to have such an important news, such an important message. This message you're going to have on the 8th of July, it's really going to make you feel really excited, because for the first time in your life, you will be able to do something about this particular problem you are going to be worrying about. So it's all going to start on the 8th of July, you kind of worrying about some kind of a problem, some kind of an issue. And then when you're worrying about this problem and issue, something really magical, something really crazy at the same time it's going to happen. What I mentioned before, the power of synchronicity is about to kick in, because the moment in time you start to worry about this particular issue, this particular problem, this is something really personal, this is something really private, this is something that has been kind of affecting your personal evolution, for example. So of course this is going to be ridiculously important. And let me tell you, it's not only the 8th of July that you're going to be thinking about that problem. You have been thinking about that problem for a while, and in between the 1st of July and the 8th of July, there are certain things which are going to happen, there are certain things which are going to take place, and I'm not going to lie to you, you are going to start to worry a little bit even more when it comes to this particular problem, this particular issue. So by the time you get to the 8th of July, you're going to be all kind of wound up, you're going to be like, oh my God, thinking about this problem. And then boom, 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 you get this news, you get this information, which is going to blow you away, because you're going to be thinking intensely about this problem and this message and news. It's not only going to be about that particular issue, that particular problem. You're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe I was so strongly focusing on it. And you have been kind of thinking about it for a while, but the 8th of July, it is kind of going to seem like a little bit different. You're going to find yourself on a different level here. And the deeper you kind of find yourself at when it comes to your feelings and emotion, the deeper, the better impact on your life this is going to make. So it's not only this news and message, it's not only that this news and message is going to be about that particular problem, but also at the same time, there is an option for you, which you are going to have. an option for the first time in your life. You will be able to do something about this problem. This is going to blow you away, and you're going to love it. You're going to love it so much. It's going to blow you away because of the power of synchronicity. But also, this in itself is going to be a guiding light. You will know that that option that you're going to become aware of when it comes to this news, when it comes to this message, is most certainly going to work for you. You will know this. You will know this. You're not going to be able to prove this, but you will feel this very deep within your spirit, very deep within your soul. So there is a very specific decision that you are going to make. And within the next 9 days, after this moment in time, within the next 9 days, you are going to feel so happy. There is going to be your confirmation that that problem is not going to be affecting you anymore. You made the right choice. You made the right move. You made the right decision, my gorgeous Erini. You know, this is going to create such a powerful moment of your personal liberation. You're about to be free like never before. Seriously, I'm not being funny. Only God, I'm not being funny, but only now you're going to realize, you know, how much this problem has been affecting you. And after that moment in time, things are going to start happening in your life so fast, one after another. Absolutely brilliant indeed. So you will know you made the right choice, and that horrible problem is going to come to an end. The next important date, my gorgeous Erini, it's going to be on the 15th of July, okay? On the 15th of July, you know, this is brilliant because you are going to have an interesting experience, and this interesting experience, surprising experience, is going to remind you of your passion. It's going to remind you of something you are so passionate about. So this is all what the 15th of July is. You will be reminded of something that makes you feel so passionate. And you know what, it's not only that, but you're also going to have an amazing idea. This particular idea you need to take on the next level. This particular idea you need to put as a number one in your life right now, because this particular idea is going to change. It's going to transform your life forever. Please, please, please. Every time when there is something we are so passionate about, we are so immensely passionate about, it is something that we need to do. It's something that, you know, to do with our destiny, okay? And this is why you need to take this very, very seriously. The next important date, my gorgeous Erini, it's gonna be on the 20th of July, 20. In terms of practicality, you are going to realize something really important. In order to make your life so much more practical, something will need to kind of go, but you're also going to realize that in order to make your life so much more practical, there is something that you're going to need to learn. There is something that you will want to learn, okay? There is something that you will need to learn, but there is something that you will want to learn. And this in itself is going to become absolutely obvious what this is on the 20th of July, because your life is going to become so much more practical here indeed. The next important date, it's going to be on the 25th of July, my gorgeous Erini. On the 25th of July, okay, on the 25th of July, you are kind of going to, do you know what? On the 25th of July, you are really going to, this is what you need to understand. You are going to realize and you're going to discover something very interesting. And this is really going to surprise lots of you, to be quite honest with you, what you're going to find out. And you're going to find out what is restricting your life and what has been restricting your life all this time, and you didn't realize this. How crazy this is going to be. This is a clear sign and a clear indication that a new phase in your life, it's about to begin. Okay, this is an end. This is the end of an old phase in your life, and a new phase in your life, it's about to begin. Okay, you're gonna find this so enlightening, So what are you going to discover? It's going to surprise you, but it's going to be so crucial at this stage of your life to take this very, very seriously. You will discover and you will realize what is restricting your life, what has been restricting your life all this time and you didn't even realize. And on top of all that, you are indeed going to make a really important decision, a very, very smart decision indeed. The next important date, my gorgeous Erini, it's going to be on the 26th of July. On the 26th of July, oh my God, you're going to be so happy. Huge, massive, enormous achievement. Huge achievement you are going to have on this particular day. Not only this is to do with a really big recognition, my gorgeous Erini, you will realize, oh my God, you will realize that your life is about to have an ultimate change. Why? Because it's not only about recognition, it's not only about this big achievement. Yes, you're going to feel really happy. Yes, you will know your life is going to have an ultimate change. After this moment in time, baby, everything changes. But the reason why you're going to feel so happy and the reason why you will want to celebrate, the reason why you will want to have a party, it's also because you are going to have an amazing opportunity on this particular day as well. This opportunity is going to make you feel alive again. This opportunity is going to rejuvenate your life. This opportunity is the beginning of your own rebirth, my gorgeous Erini. Indeed, this is going to feel really, really good. Okay, the next important date, it's going to be on the 28th of July. On the 28th of July, you are going to realize, my gorgeous Erini, on the 28th of July, you are going to realize that, you need to set the boundaries ASAP, as soon as possible, because you will be worrying about money, you will be worrying about your finances, and you will know that you need to set the boundaries. How? Because also you will realize that on this particular day, you're going to realize on this particular day that maybe your money is going somewhere where it shouldn't be going. Maybe do you know what I mean? Like, you're going to realize two or three different areas of your life where your money is unnecessarily going, unnecessarily being drained. And it's to do with your old life. It's to do with things that you've done previously you may be forgotten about. You're going to realize that you've got some kind of subscriptions to something that you forgot about, and this in itself, it's really maybe you're going to realize that you're subscribed to something and you're paying for something that, it's pointless to pay. Just give this money to somebody who needs it rather to pay to some kind of giant company like monthly or weekly basis a certain amount of money. It's crazy. So this is the time when you're going to realize that you need to check certain things when it comes to your finances. You're going to go in a little detective mode, baby. But also at the same time, you're going to need to set the boundaries right now. You know why this is so important? I know that this is going to sound crazy, but within the next about 2 or 3 months, okay, within the next 2 or 3 months, I'm already within the next 2 or 3 months, I'm already there. You're going to realize that there is no other way of saying this, that you escaped some kind of a disaster. I know that you escaped some kind of a disaster by setting the boundaries right now. So this is why this is going to be so important. But of course, it's a common sense. You know what I mean? If you are paying for something that you do not need anymore, then buy, baby, buy. Do you know what I mean? So this is why this is going to be so important indeed. The next important date, my gorgeous Erini, it's going to be on the 30th of July. On the 30th of July, my gorgeous Erini, you need to understand that something amazing is going to happen to somebody else in your life, to somebody who means to you so much. My God, you are going to be so happy. You're going to be so pleased for this particular person. Maybe this is one of your best friends. Maybe this is your family member. But my God, I can see you being so happy for something so good happening in somebody else's life. I can see you being so happy like it's happening to you. So I do know that this is somebody who you feel very, very connected to as well. But there is also a very interesting idea you're going to have when it comes to all this. You are going to have an idea because you're going to, sorry, You're going to realize on once what's missing in your life, but you're also going to realize how much more time you want to spend more time with those people who mean to you so much. Maybe with a certain people who you don't see as often, but they mean to you so much. So this is really going to awake a beautiful feelings within you, where you're going to realize, who means to you so much. And you're going to realize, that you want to spend more time with those people who mean to you so much as well. And this is always beautiful indeed. Okay. And the next important date, my gorgeous Erini, it's going to be on the 31st of July. On the 31st of July, you need to understand that something is really going to surprise you. There is going to be a huge surprise you're going to have on the 31st of July. And it's honestly to do with a certain news and certain message, and something it's really going to surprise you. And that's another element here. You had a one problem on the 8th of July that you will be able to successfully deal with for once. I'm so glad for you. But now again, this is also going to be as important when it comes to the 31st of July, because it's to do with this problem. Oh my God, it's has made your life kind of really difficult, this particular problem on the 31st of July, because what are you going to hear? And this is really going to surprise you. This is really going to surprise you. You will know that there is some kind of problem which is slowly but surely coming to an end. And this is going to remind you of that problem. And it's going to remind you of how heavy this problem did become, because you ended up having this really heavy weight on your shoulders for such a long time. My gorgeous Erini, you literally got used to it. So this is to do with a giant problem. And this giant problem, you're going to realize this is going to surprise you. It's coming to an end. It did not come to an end yet, but it's coming to an end. With this information, you will know that this is slowly but surely coming to an end. In fact, already you're going to feel so much lighter. In fact, already you are going to be able to make such an important decision that you couldn't make before. This decision is going to be enormous. This decision that you're going to make is the beginning of a beautiful venture. This is the beginning of a beautiful adventure in your life, my gorgeous Erini. And this particular decision that you're going to make, it's not only the beginning of a venture, it's not only the beginning of an adventure, it's like the beginning of one of the most powerful projects in your entire life, which is instantly going to turn your life around. This is absolutely brilliant. But there is a certain sacrifice that you are going to need to make. You know what that is? Your old life, baby. Your old life. So now, my gorgeous Erini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationships. My God, there is so much which is going to be resolved this month. I think that maybe you had a lots of personal problems and personal issues, for a while. And maybe you didn't even realize this, how much they have been affecting you. Because even when it comes to the couples right now, to the couples, you know that there was something that was worrying both of you for the last 5 months. Something was worrying you because about 5 months ago, there is something that happened. There was a negative change in circumstances that affected both of you. But I think it kind of really slowed down a certain plan, and it affected you financially, and also it affected you emotionally and spiritually, because you weren't kind of as open-minded as you normally were, for a while, because of this. And this is natural. This is only natural. You were only trying to kind of protect yourself, for example. So you two are going to have this really good news. You are going to have an amazing news, and this news, it's like, oh my God, it's going to have such a positive impact on both of you, because you are going to realize that not only you both right now have everything you need to have in order to make one of the biggest steps of your entire life. Not only that, but this is the beginning of probably one of the most beautiful journeys you've both had together from the beginning. And you could be together for a very, very long time, but I'm telling you that this in itself is going to be such the beginning of such a sacred stage. I can see you having a party. I can see you celebrating. I can see you talking to friends. I can see you making such an enormous decision. And this decision means to you so much, because trust me, in terms of your lifestyle, everything is going to change. This is going to take a while, but the most important thing is things are moving on. You're both going to be very happy, and you will be really looking forward to this new beginning. You are going to be focusing on so much. And also, my gorgeous Erini, when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, my God, do you know what? It's like, I do know that you are indeed going to come across somebody very interesting when it comes to July. And you're going to like this person, you're going to fancy this person, but then very quickly, very shortly, you're going to realize that there is something not quite right when it comes to that particular person. Maybe something arrogant about them. So you're only gonna be at the beginning stages when it comes to, it's not even a relationship. You're gonna see someone, you're gonna fancy someone, that person is gonna like you, you're gonna fancy that person, as I've said, but then again, very quickly, when you start, maybe you will see this person few times, and it's to do with you going to the place or going to an area quite frequently. You going somewhere frequently, and maybe you're surrounded by the people, wherever you go. Maybe it's to do with certain activities, that you actually have. Maybe you go to train somewhere or something, or maybe it's even online. You know what I mean? But it's important that you are going to really connect to this particular person. That person is going to fancy you. You're going to fancy this person. Few times you're going to maybe see each other, and then you're going to realize that there is something arrogant that this person is going to say, something really ludicrous, and you're not going to be able to go past that whatsoever. There is something very arrogant this person is going to say, and this is going to be enough for you. And you know what? You're absolutely right. It's to do with somebody who's constantly fighting their own demons. But then again, this is not a good person. This is somebody, I don't like talking about people like this, but it's just somebody who, gets the whole world and gets everything from a completely wrong angle. Somebody who is very easily misled by the people who are evil and who mislead people all the time. This is one of them. This person is easily misled. And this type of people don't have such a great sense of themselves. They're constantly listening what really some dark and horrible people are telling them and directing them towards, but they're not able to realize how dark these people, for example, are. And I know that this may sound really weird, but the bottom line is that this is not going to be the right person, and you're going to realize this, okay? But that in itself, it's really going to trigger something within you. Within the next few days after you realize this person is not going to be the right person for you, something is going to be triggered within you. And this, believe me or not, it's actually going to have an amazing impact on you and on your life. You're not going to think, oh, I'm just going to go and find somebody else. No, baby, no. It's going to trigger the best out in you. Now you're going to be ready to go out and have some fun. Now you're going to have this great sense of you wanting to have fun. Almost like you're going to feel, oh, I had enough of looking for somebody to be with me. And sometimes that's the best attitude. Oops, my tarot card. Sometimes that's the best attitude, like right now. So you're not focusing so intensely on letting somebody into your life, because sometimes we can focus so intensely, we can prevent them from coming. So right now you're about to open the door. So right now you go with your feelings, you go with your emotions. What do you feel like doing? What do you feel like exploring? Where do you feel like going? Just go with the flow, because this flow is going to bring you towards someone very, very special indeed. But it ain't this person, of course. So this is why this is so important, because this person is indeed going to play an important role when it comes to you realizing something so crucial right now. And that in itself is going to bring you towards somebody very, very special. Indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Erini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. This, my gorgeous people, is a very, very, very powerful and a very, very important pendant, because it is going to detoxify any negativity and any toxicity out of your life. This pendant is also ridiculously powerful because it's so important when it comes to our metabolism as well. To have a healthy metabolism, it's really significant when it comes to our health in general. This peridot is ridiculously powerful because when you wear it, you attract the right people and the right situations into your life. Why? Because what's the best about you, it's highlighted while you're wearing this. So whether you want to attract certain people when it comes to love and when it comes to romance into your life, or whether you're trying to make, whether you're trying to attract like maybe certain people when it comes to business, when it comes to your career, it's also absolutely brilliant for that as well. It does tend to bring you a really, really good luck when you are doing something financial, when you're focusing on your finances, when you're making like a really important financial decisions, or when you're making important decisions in general, because peridot helps you, like really prevents you from like a really over analyzing, and when we are over analyzing something, then over analyzing can be really, really dangerous, because us over analyzing something we should never be analyzing in the first place only comes from us maybe not feeling confident enough. So this in itself prevents you from over analyzing something you shouldn't analyze, because it does make you feel extremely, extremely confident. Listen to me very carefully. Peridot brings the best out in you because it makes you feel really, really confident in general. This is what you need to remember, my gorgeous people. It is ever so important. It is the crystal of expansion, and it is the crystal of a new beginnings. Oh my God, ever so significant for those people who have been stuck for a while. For those people who did not have any changes, in their lives, for those people who are unhappy with their lives, and sometimes subconsciously we are affected by the certain things we are not even realizing that are preventing us to move forward. So peridot has got a power to unlock the best within us, and this element of ourselves is like more powerful than we can possibly imagine, but it's very sensitive. So if there is an ounce of like, oh my God, negativity or fear when we have towards something, that's kind of amplified, and without us even realizing, that energy is preventing us from moving forward. So peridot has got a power to keep this energy away, so we can like really do things we want to do. So this is why, it's so important for those people who have been stuck, or those people who felt stuck for a while. Just remember, it attracts the right people and it attracts the right situations in your life as well. This crystal is ridiculously, ridiculously powerful. Okay, just remember that by wearing peridot, it does not only bring a good luck into your life when it comes to so many things. This crystal brings you a good luck. Okay, this crystal has been used for many years just for that particular reason. Okay, and when it comes to peridot, I'm so excited because I love peridot. It's one of my favorite crystals indeed, because I know when I wear peridot, I feel like I'm on top of the world. I feel like I can do what I don't normally feel like I can do. You know what I mean? It gives me the strength. It gives me this energy that I don't normally have. It sounds crazy, I know, but this is what this powerful pendant can actually do. So when it comes to moving on with our lives, this is something we should all have literally. It does bring you like, oh my God, kind of the whole new sense of what you should be doing, because you are reminded of things that maybe you are neglecting just because you did not have a confidence to kind of take on. So this immediately, like kind of like really, as soon as you wear this, you do kind of are reminded of things, certain things in your life in such a way where you kind of start getting really positive ideas. That's the way you're reminded of things that you should be working on, because now suddenly something that you were afraid to start, now suddenly you have these amazing ideas, like incredible ideas, and that's how you are pointed towards the right directions through your own passion, through your own optimism. This in itself, my gorgeous people, is indeed your guiding light. And that's why I absolutely love peridot. And also, why am I so excited? I've been waiting for this for years. I've been waiting for this for a very long time, my gorgeous people. Not that it's like impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible to find peridot out there. But when I'm looking for crystals, I'm looking for the very specific crystals. They need to be of a high quality. So this one is a high quality peridot. I'm not even joking. I've been waiting for this for years, and I only have a limited amount of this. I only have a limited amount of this in stock, my gorgeous people. So I really suggest you to buy this while you can. I'm not saying you can't get a peridot out there, but it is not going to be as a wonderful and such a quality, high quality as this one. Okay, very powerful and natural peridot. Okay, so this is why, because I've been waiting for this for years, absolute years, and I have only a few of these in stock. And once they're gone, I believe that's it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any more. And I only have like a few in stock, like literally. And this is honestly, one of the most powerful pendants, and it's so striking. It's so striking. Look at it. Just to have this around your neck. So beautiful, so striking, so natural. So this, my gorgeous people, is something I highly recommend you. This gorgeous peridot comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in the description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments, or you just go on Google and just type in, sorry, Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way. You can click on it and you will see the first two products, right on top of the store, are gonna be the ones that I'm advertising right now. So this is something I highly suggest you to get. Another thing I recommend you, my gorgeous people, it's the second crystal. Okay, it's called Chevron Amethyst. Okay, so you all know amethyst. So this is a special type of amethyst, and of course it's natural. And this amethyst is like so powerful, like probably the most powerful. There are few crystals which are ridiculously powerful when it comes to our third psychic eye. And I did mention some of them, like for example, tiger's eye, blue tiger's eye. There are crystals which are brilliant when it comes to our third psychic eye indeed. Even lapis lazuli is quite good when it comes to our third psychic eye, very powerful. But I would probably say the Chevron Amethyst, This is a Chevron Amethyst, my gorgeous people. I would probably say my honest opinion is that this in itself is probably the most powerful crystal when it comes to our third psychic eye. Our third psychic eye is who we are. Our third psychic eye, it's like who we are on the spiritual level. Our third psychic eye reconnects us with ourselves because we tap into something absolutely mind-blowing. We unlock a ridiculously powerful aspect of ourselves when we wear this, because it is ridiculously powerful when it comes to unlocking the power of a third psychic eye, which means that we just start to see life in a completely different way. Why? Because we become very brave, we become very confident, we become very powerful. I mean, look at this combination out of this world. Very kind of, when you become brave, when you feel brave, when you feel powerful, when you feel confident, at the same time, when the power of your third psychic eye has been unlocked, you need to be prepared to enter the whole new stage of your life, to enter the whole new world, because this is one of the most powerful crystals in terms of the actual guidance. You see what I mean? It just unlocks the power of your third psychic eye, and that in itself means that you enlighten yourself. While you're wearing this, you're enlightening yourself at the same time. Pay attention to how you're gonna think while you're wearing this. Pay attention to how you're gonna feel, how you're gonna respond to the certain people and to the certain situations in your life completely differently. There is so much about yourself that you find out along the way, because it starts this unlocking process. The certain things unlock within you. You even start to kind of see the connection in between the all things in general, and that in itself, it's also big. That in itself, it's also important, and also at the same time, my gorgeous people, when it comes to Chevron Amethyst, it's brilliant because it calms you down. It makes you feel peaceful at a time where, oh my God, the bombs are falling. God forbid, and no, I'm joking, but it makes you feel really good. It makes you feel really peaceful. It makes you feel really calm. So if you are going through something like that makes you feel really anxious, that makes you feel really bad, that makes you feel really stressed, as soon as you wear Chevron Amethyst, it really brings you down. It really brings you down. It is like so powerful, like, oh my goodness. And also, if you are, persistently stressed, persistently negative, persistently down, persistently sad, if you're going through very kind of strange stages in your life, if you're going through really difficult things, this really helps you to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, because at the same time you become really spiritual, and those things that have been kind of scaring you, they do not scare you anymore. You just start seeing them as like a really important challenges rather than anything else. So it's all a kind of how you see things and how you respond to things, in this life. And if you are having like a sleeping problems or a sleeping difficulty, so you cannot relax whatsoever, Chevron, little French man came out of me. French spirit, hello, my darling, where are you? Where are you? Now, it's like Chevron Amethyst, my gorgeous people. It's also fantastic if you have a problems to relax, if you have a problems with sleeping and things like that. So this is why I highly recommend you to wear this, my gorgeous people, okay? And this also comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in this description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments section, or you just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin like a shop, and my page is gonna come up that way as well. This is something I highly recommend you indeed. Okay.